y'all, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, how's it, what kind? Man, I haven't said that in a minute. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about how and why I came to America. Every time I talk to people here, or they find out my accent, or they find out I'm from South Africa, they're like, what made you come to America? On TikTok, on Instagram, people ask me, why did you move to America? What made you come to America? Did you come by yourself? Did you come with your family? All on your own? Why? In today's video, we're just gonna sit down and we're gonna discuss why I came here, why I'm still here, how, just all the tea. And so, for those of you who don't know, if it's your first time watching my channel, I am South African, in case you haven't heard or seen the t-shirt, well, the hoodie. I am from Durban, South Africa. I've been here since 2019. I first came in 2016, did a year and a few months, went back home for 2 years, and I came back. Now, the first time I came to America, which was 2016, this is the reason why I came back then. I had gotten to college. I was like 18, 19, whatever. I was in college, and my dean at the time in college had come au pair like 20 or a few years, well, not a few, like around 20 to 25 years prior. She had been speaking about America. She had come to America. She had been speaking about America and how much she loved America, how much she had freedom, how much she saved, how much, just all these things. She only had good stories about living in America. And I was like, huh, that's cool. But mind you, at that time, I already had this longing to like do something. I remember just being like, I want to go somewhere. I want to go on an adventure. I had already gone to a few places within Durban and that kind of stuff, but I just remember longing, and I constantly would say to myself, I am not going to have kids and a husband without fulfilling this, without going on an adventure. I just had like this strong thing that I still wanted to see the rest of the world. And so I was like 18, 19, and she kept talking about it, and I was like, huh. And so I graduated college. I went into a job, and even still, I was like, man, I just felt stuck. I felt like everything was routine, the same world, same church, same schools. Like I just knew everyone. Everything was starting to close in on me, and I was like, I need to get out. I need to try something different. I need to see the rest of the world. And I had remembered that she had said, you know, she went with this agency, she did all these things. And when I was going through this was like months before me actually taking the step. Or let me not say taking the step. At the back of my head, I was like, I saw an advert or something, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna apply. I applied, put my details number, nothing happened. I took the job that I had offered. I took the job, and I started doing the job. Whatever. And they got back to me like 4 months later, because this is around April. They got back to me. They're like, hey, are you still interested? Do you want to go? Whatever. And I even had forgotten I'd done that. And so I was like, huh, let me see. Long story short, I have the full details on my channel, I think. But long story short, I agreed. I started the application. I came to America as an au pair. Now, I came in 2016 as an au pair. First family, weren't the greatest. Like, not the greatest. Second family, not the greatest. And another thing that happened was when I came in 2016, the first few weeks my dad had died, and so I had to go back for his funeral, to grieve for like 3 weeks or so, whatever. And I came back to America to finish the program that I was on. And when I came back, because I was still suffering with grief, homesickness, not in great families, that I had matched with all those things, I kind of breezed through the program, and my third family was absolutely amazing. But even now, I feel like I didn't even give them my all, because emotionally and mentally and physically, I was just tired because of what was happening, you know, personally for me. And so I just breezed, and I was like, you know what, at least I'm going to get the 1-year certificate. My goal is to be done and not quit. That was my goal. And so I did it, but I did bare minimum. And then I got back to South Africa after my year. And when I was in South Africa, that's when I started seeing things of America or this country on TV. I was like, I was so close to that and I didn't visit it. I lived this close to that. And then suddenly I started having this desire to come back here and travel. But then also I like missed my previous host family, and so I was like, man, I really missed them, but I also want to travel. And so I told myself, let me do this again one more time. I'm gonna do 1 here, and I'm just gonna travel. My goal is gonna be to travel. My goal is gonna be to make money and save, because I also wanted to save some money and go back with some money, and I had this business venture I wanted to do, that just all that. And so when I came in 2019, in my head I was like, I'm going home the following year. I am doing this for 1 year, maximum 2 years. I'm going home, that whole thing. But I didn't come back to my previous host family because there was just some things happening with the agencies in those areas, so I couldn't come back with them. So I came to a new family, and when I came to a new family, it felt like a start over, but then it also felt like, oh, okay, I have to learn this all over again. I have to learn a new family all over again, versus my previous family. I had already known them, I'd known the kids, I knew, you know. And so when I came for the first year, I came, and when I came, the one thing I did was I started writing up places I want to go, places I want to see, things I want to do and achieve in my year. And then 6 months into it, the pandemic hit. Now we all know the pandemic was unexpected, but the pandemic hitting was like, oh stink. Like now my year's about to be up, and I'm gonna go back to South Africa and still have the same desire, but this time I wouldn't be able to come back. And so I was like, man, I'm gonna extend. So I extended. I'm like, the country's still closed back home, the country's closed here, what's the point? Extended. And when I extended for like a year. After my year, I took the Aupair. Aupair's got extensions, and so I took the COVID extension, and then I just started trying to travel, even though there's still a pandemic. But then I was like, how am I gonna see what I want to see when COVID is still real? I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. But then anyway, I started traveling, and then slowly but surely stuff started opening, and now I feel like now I'm only getting to do what I came to do. And I always say I feel like I'm only starting to learn the country now, because now I get to go to places. I also have friends who are from the place, so they can show me stuff. But yeah, that's how I came. And now I have like a community church, all those things. But that's how I came to America, and that's how I stayed, or I'm still here in America, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope this answers your questions, and I will see you guys in the next video. One thing I also want to say is, when my au pair year was up, I changed visas. I'm still in the process of changing it. I haven't spoken about it because I don't know, like, I'm not doing the paperwork. A professional person's doing it, so I don't know how to explain it. And I'm not talking about it because I don't want people to flood my DMs and ask me how to do it, because I really don't know how to do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am genuinely grateful for you guys, and I also just want to say that being in America this long was never the plan. I genuinely love my country, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, when God calls you to a place, you just have to say yes. That's all I can say, because even I don't even know. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.